Well, just set my clicker. 3 minutes to go. Cameras are already on Christian. I think everybody thinks he's going to catch a load. They're starting off with Catch More Media, be right behind him. But none of us have got wind on the water, whereas Christian's got, well, it might be a little bit too strong to be honest, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll start short just because I'll nick a couple of chunkier F1s for early, just to get a rough idea of what might be in the peg. And we will go from there. I'm not going to chuck a load of bait in straight away. A few 4mm pellets, hard pellets, just to see. Literally it'll be 4 little bits of meat. Drop them in. You can fuck off, ducks. I don't mind if got a load of fish underneath in the shallow. Doesn't look it, but the wind is a little bit cheeky. I think Borland's drawn where Mickey Williams was. Yeah, it's where Mickey Williams was yesterday. He's already got 4 nets in, Paul, so that's that's confident. We've all got 3 along here. But I haven't got to worry about what he's doing, I've got to worry about what I'm doing today. And my lines, I've got some coarse expander pellet. Coarse carp pellet ground bait, which I've not really, if I'm honest, I haven't sieved it because it's that sort of ground bait where I want it to go in quite heavy. I felt yesterday when I was feeding ground bait, it was wasn't heavy enough. These edges are sort of deepish, so literally fishing a Balkan 1 to start with. 0.4. It's positive to start with, see what happens. And here we go, day 2 of the fest. I need to put one more section on already, just not sure why that's sitting up a little bit. Right, let's try again. So much rubbish in the water here. That's better. Oh. Little indication. Let's get my sunnies out. And he misses a bite. send you too long on this if it's not right. I'm just switching everything to maggots. Wind's a bit of a nightmare, to be fair. A little bit more than I thought it was going to be fair. When I'm plumbing up early, it doesn't seem to be so bad. There's a lot of scum on the water here. I've already got rubbish on my float. It's really annoying. Bizarre. I don't even feel that big, but could be a ghosty actually. So much crap down my left edge that I'm just trying to keep it away from that, to be honest. Oh dear me, making a meal of this. Didn't want to come in that one. Well, we'll do that too. That was ridiculously rubbish. Too short. I've got the wrong elastic on as well. It's a nice start. Naughty little roach. Just holding that up a little bit so that the bait lowers in nice and slow. Amazing when you think this place gets hammered day in, day out. I thought the fish would back off, but it just goes to show how good a venue this is, you know. Interesting, the guy on peg 2 is fishing long to the island and catching a few. Keep a little eye on that. Oh, he has got the wind off his back, so makes it a lot easier. Not in my section, so I don't have to worry. So like that line there, it's just not quite, it's just sitting where the crack is getting blown in, so we're going to go a little tiny weeny bit further out. It might be a little bit better. Only a matter of 5 or 6 inches, but it's amazing how much difference little tiny things make at this place. It's unbelievable. It's a massive, look at that, see, straight away. It's just mental, isn't it? It's just by going an absolute tad further out. It's actually getting bloody hot. I'll take it with you. Don't do anything else at the moment. There's no point in throwing bait everywhere. Scattering the fish everywhere. Let's try that line again. Now, I noticed a lot of people had like loads of meat. It just depends what's in your peg. Bradley yesterday fed 3 kilos of ground bait down his edges. He felt he needed to. I can't argue with him, he had 165 pounds. I don't think many other people did that. That's the thing with Tanner, you fish it how you want to fish it. Make it work. I suppose is the crack. So I'm talking away here. Keep it on next to just had the down his edge. too hard on the bottom, if that makes sense. That's plumb up very up and down, to be honest. It's sitting differently again now. We just have one down the edge as well next door. See Chris feeding already. Maggots. I don't want to feed them just yet, but I might have to. They sort of feel like they might be fed up with me. Go on the next peg thinks I'm talking to myself. Hope you can hear me, I'm not talking loud. Another one down his left edge. Go to my left. Now while that's switched off, going to give that another 2. Well, after picking those maggots out again, it didn't seem quite right then, so that's better. A gamble. I'm going to have to catapult because for some reason there's a bit of an ache in my shoulder. It's terrible. Better off chucking, I think. Especially keep down his edge, which is making me think. Come off me meat in a minute because I've got a funny feeling it ain't really good enough today. Looking at what's getting cooled down the edge and stuff. see the visual. I get any like indications that I was yesterday. That's the thing. I'm gonna go right, really. Coming off this in a minute. I'm not going to make the mistake of yesterday where I sat on it too long. Might switch my left edge to meat actually, and just because you've got a bit of scum there, you might find there'll be a few carbies down there. Yeah, snaggy poos. I came off the meat because I just felt it wasn't positive enough. Wouldn't do any good. I feel like I've got to feed a bit. Something down there now. Definitely looks on this side. Oh, wake up, Mr. Bite. Looked away at the wrong time then. Oh, yeah, frustrating. Bad look. Do the same again. wakey. Right, I'll keep going for a little bit longer than I'll probably turn off in a little while. Nice and cloudy, it's got a funny feeling it might suddenly rain. Up to my right, Christian's grandfather apparently. Oh, good old boy that was. I'm going straight under the platform, that one. Stay with you for a little bit longer, then I'm going to sign it off. I'll say I'm sitting in the wrong piece. 26 Newport. And we're I normally top kits all in the right position, and they are all good. So decisions on how to start the match today. So I'm going to start very short but on maggots today. I might have one go on meat, but I don't know if it's right again now. I think it's been hammered to death. but we'll see what happens. Sun's a bit of a mare, to be honest. I'm loose feeding maggots out my hand. I'm fishing coarse expander down my edges with expanders on the hook. Maybe meat. It's going to be one of them today, I think. Everyone thinks it's going to fish hard. This isn't a peg I can win the match from, but it is a peg I could win the section from. I'm going to start one go on meat just to see what happens. If I don't get a bite, I'm switching it to maggot. It's got to have one go on it because just worth a go, basically. Might go out and clunk, get one of them big old F1s early, and then you might get another, and so on, so on. But Craig Meadows was on here yesterday, brilliant angler. I've got a couple of nice lines where I'm going to fish. I'm going to have to see what happens. Not too much up as usual, but you never know what's going to happen on here. Bloody boy, they're not down. Sun straight on my hat, straight on me. But I'm not going to moan. Hope it stays like it. I don't think we're going to open up on top kit case because it got absolutely soaked yesterday. But yeah, we'll see. I'll make it 11 o'clock. And that's it, we're off. I was going to literally do that. And I'm going to literally throw maggots out my hand. On that line there. Just getting my marker. I'm not holding back today because we've got nothing to lose basically. Actually starting at the same depth as I caught yesterday. Simple as that. I don't get a bite very quick coming off it. Craig started straight down his edge. I'm not going to do that. I will put some ground bait in there in a minute, but I'm not starting now. I want to try and get them to a bit of confidence. I think this is going to fish hard today. That's only just started, but let's get that funny feeling. Well, we're off the mark. Have a quick go where I've been throwing mags. See if it's quicker, better, or if I'm going to catch a roach. On my marker. Pay attention. My bag on. Looking about, seeing what's going on, not paying attention, which is ridiculous. Little dink then. Come off that marker a little bit there, I could tell. Sitting on a bit of crap. Back on the meat again, just to see. Sitting there a little bit nicer on that line. Not worried about the ducks. I will be if they come in the edge. Target weight is £100. That's what Craig had just in the lake. Different day. Completely different day. And those ducks to go, and I might start feeding the edge a little bit. Pins and needles, I think it's 3 days fishing in a row, holding a pole top. Cut off. keep a little eye on it, see if anything comes into it. That spooks a fish. Right, that's settled down for a minute. Quick go back on that maggot this time. Away ducks, I want to feed, I want to feed, I want to feed, I want to feed more than I'm feeding. I want to lure it in today. Slightest indication then. Excuse my French. Bit annoying, so annoying. There's a tiniest little dink. Good chance it was developed. As I'm getting a few bites this short, could mean I might catch a few in the edge. Let me mark it a little bit there. See that they keep sailing under. I do hate fishing meat. Greasy, horrible stuff. I need that straight in on me in shallow line, edge line. A little bit early, yeah, anyway. I don't really want to go down there just yet. But I might have a look in a minute if I can get a bite. Come on. I think that's going to be it on the meat. I'm not wasting time on it. Did that yesterday. I'm not sure why that timed out. I'll be switching it off in a minute anyway because that's basically not a lot happening at the moment. So there's 2 fish in. I've switched to feeding maggots on all my lines. And that's basically that. So I'm going to sign off and I'll come back when something good happens. Well, I hope you hear me. At the moment, things are going quite well. I'm catching a few shallow. I overshot his rig, having to wait a little bit, but looking around, I can't see a lot getting caught. So I'm just carrying on doing this. And I will feed my edges. Got some ducks of company. I'm not bothered about them. I want to throw, but I've hurt my shoulder starting to ache. So there you go. Just like that. This is a better fish. This is a carp, I think. God, blimey, but it was. I think it was how it looked. I don't know what happened there. But anyway, that's what I'm doing at the moment. Only trouble is ducks are becoming a bit of a nuisance because you've got a lot of babies here now, and I don't really want a lot of little ducklings in my peg diving about, but got to feed, so I'm found looking a few now, so probably I need to look at changing my depth. Try holding it there a bit without lifting it. There you go. It's just about getting it right. I've had some big skimmers, funny enough, which I'm not going to moan about because some of them are £2. They're well worth catching. Quite happy doing this, putting these in the net. I reckon I'm at about £42. Sorry, £33. I can't read. I'm going to have to put up with a sore shoulder because it's just back feeding out my hand. When that wind's right, I have to just Still can't seem to be that accurate with my catapult. I don't know what it is. I need to keep it accurate. It was definitely. The only reason I started doing this is I thought I saw a couple of fish when I was just throwing maggots short. I thought, is that a swirl? They do seem to be dropping up and down in the water quite a lot, so it's just, I think I'm just going to have to work it. Keep going. Just keep doing it. And just see what happens. I'll go deep again in a minute because it seems to me you get a few and they seem to go as quick as they come. And if a jigger might have been better, I just don't like it. It's no different really than doing this, but I still feel like, I don't know, I prefer this. It could stop as quick as it started. That's the trouble with this shallow malarkey. Oh, I've still got my edges yet, so seems to me. Right. See one of them little spells where they might have disappeared. I'm just going to hold it there for a bit. Leave it. I will start feeding I'll start feeding the edges in. Looks like the battery's starting to run out already. I'm not prattling about too much with this today. I'm catching a few fish, I'm not going to mess it up. They seem to have gone again now. Definitely a few fish there, but looks like a skimmer again. I'm just going to go on the deeper rig again, because I think they've excuse me talking with my mouth on. They've gone back down again. The sun came out and it was really hot. And just gave them the urge to come up for a little while. Could be it. It could be it. I'm just fishing a banded maggot. And these little guru tools are absolutely brilliant when you do it right. Not like that. Be careful on my feeding because I'm a little bit gung-ho sometimes. So there we have it, one banded maggot, slightly deeper rig. Let's see what happens this time. On a slightly deeper rig. See if we can nick one doing that. The ducks might have spooked them, they don't normally. Usually the opposite. But you don't know, I suppose it's not like it's summer, is it, when they don't really care. A bit clearer today. Getting signs, so that's the thing. Fish there. Definitely, like, it slowed down, you could tell. That could be my terrible feeding, because it definitely makes a difference. If you don't feed it right, they definitely do spook. Try and just do it so I'm making a bit more noise. Almost aim it at lake. See, then I'll go and do something stupid like that. It's really annoying. Keeping on Craig now because he's starting to catch a few fish. This could literally go as quick as it started. The fact that I've caught a few on it, you know, that's a big skimmer again, it's ridiculous. I'll quickly feed my edges. Right, where are we? Literally feeding it exactly the same as I did yesterday. I'm not holding back, if I'm honest. It's a do or die match for me. I've got a couple of lines that I want to feed without hitting the camera. Won't hurt to rest that a little bit anyway. That's where I've got to not hit the camera. Well, you lost one of me Bella banding tools, and I can't afford to lose this one. I only got two. I'm doing this now. I'm wondering if double nugget would be better, but I'm catching. Craig's been fishing the edge, but he's come off. He's seen me catch shallow, so he's sort of following suit. Suddenly the wind's making it a bit awkward. Feeding. That's when the overshot rig so good, because got to just concentrate on how I'm feeding. That's better. I get it like that all the time. Hey, a little one, this one. Not even worth a click, that one. See, when the wind dies down, I feel lovely out the end. Right, okay. Right, we're back on. I'll keep filming for a bit. Sun's out again, started catching a few shadow again, so I think it's a bit dictated by this sun today. Had a nice big chunky one. Typically when the camera went, sitting and waiting a bit. I think I'm being a little bit too flicking it out too much. I can see a couple of fish just below the surface. Try and get this feed a bit more accurate, but I can have a skimmer. That's the good thing today. Well, my fault. I'm catching some big skimmers as well, so I'm going to go in the jigger again. Don't want me slow sinker because I just feel like it's sorting out them bigger fish. Name of the game, this chop change, chop change. I can't believe how quick this match has gone. Where are we now? We are 118 already. I'm just going to do the old lift and drop again. Let's see what happens. I've got to have this feeding out now because it's completely all over the shop, and it's going to ruin it if I'm not careful. Starting to wonder whether when you've got fish in your peg you're better off just hooking a maggot. I don't really want to take, because I'm catching, I don't want to change doing what I'm doing at the moment. What I do want to do is sort my feeding out. What I need to do, there's a few big fish mooching about today. I just got to try and concentrate these fish straight in front of me. Trying to be clever. Starting to feel like I've overgunned it a bit. But right, I'm actually going to start another net. Simple fact, I've lost my way with that one. So just going to throw, and I'm going to just keep throwing it short because I'm just making a mess of me feeding. I'm more accurate with my hand, so I'm just going to keep doing that. Amazing, you just keep lifting and dropping that rig. Eventually, you get one. It's the first time I've done it. First time I fished it properly. And the other times I've done it, it's just never really worked for me. Shucks don't seem to mind it, do they? I'm up. And I'm not trying to get you back, I just want you to get out of the way. Keep a little eye on the edges because terrible feeding, so I apologise for my feeding because it is awful. I need to sort it right out because if I don't, these fish are going to disappear as quick as they come. Notably, it's noticeable how much bigger the fish are on this slow sinker. Some more maggots out in a minute. I'm glad I've got another 5 pints behind me. Katie's birthday today as well. She won't be able to do what really good. She think I've got to wait around to pick some money up, which would be nice. Gonna hold it there a minute. Definitely come and go in your peg, these fish. There you go. Nice big fat chunky one. They are the ones you want. You see why people catch silly weights if you get there in every chuck. I mean, mental. Fish in the reeds then. Okay, he's catching more at the moment. I'm only worried about my section, and everything else you hope follows on. You can win the lake, it's a bonus. But I don't think that I'm good at angling on here today. skimmer again, but we don't mind. We like skimmers, they come in nice and easy. There's a great big F1 just cruising about in the reef next to the platform just then. Makes me wonder if I will catch a few fish short. I know there's some bigger F1s in the peg because I can see the blows coming up, so definitely some fish there. I'm going to stop aiming for my float, just aiming for the same spot. I think that's the problem. Definitely slowing down. I think I've gone all skimmery again on me. Let's just get it on closely, but catching down the edge. Probably means I will be able to catch down the edge. Can't come off catching fish like this. Might be foul, look. Bloody foul, lookers. Catch it, yeah. I get little spells. Seen a few fish following each other around. Oh, it's fishing hard. I'm quite happy at the moment, if I'm honest. I don't know if I look any more of these fish. Yeah, so I'm doing it again. I'm aiming at me float and not the same spot. I will feed my edges again in a minute. I feel like this is going now. I thought it would. Don't want to stay on it too long if it dies on me. I can go on the bottom on this line, but I don't think they'll be there. Just going to switch off and then switch back on in a minute, just so that I've got a short seat. I don't know what happened there. For some reason, the camera decided it wanted to do a live stream. Now I'll carry on. It's changing a bit now. Not getting as many indications or as many bites. Hope I've not overfed it, but I don't know catch what I could today, to be honest. It's been one of them. See what happens. We'll try it again. What I'd like to do is keep feeding. Hope they come back. I will try on the bottom, but I'm going to very quickly feed my edges and them little ducks in bugger off, because they'll end up trying to eat everything out of the pig. Definitely changed. Lost. For some reason, the maggots keep coming off, and I don't know why. They don't come off a bloody band. Could be because they're getting a bit hot. So they're wriggling about a bit more. Right, last go on this, and we're going to refeed my edges. Seems to me now they've definitely disappeared a bit now. Don't know why. So it's feed the edge time for me. had I fed this, see I bumped one then. Had I fed this a little bit better, feels like it's gone. We're in the process of going anyway. Right, got to feed the edges now. Again, and then we'll one more gone with slightly deeper rig, and then if that don't work, I'll keep feeding it, but I will have to go down the edge. Ooh, because it's going to wet that ground mate a little bit more. I want it nice and heavy and let it go straight on the deck. I'm not messing about. Be overgunning it, to be honest, but I don't. After what happened yesterday, feeding a lot of bait, it worked. Craig's starting to nick a few down that edge, so he's a good angler, Craig, and it's like especially in market at the moment. I say I'm picking him, but we only just going to move that up a little bit in case they drop down a bit deeper. But then the fish he's getting aren't quite big things. As you're watching this, Kate, happy birthday. Sorry I'm fishing. Love you loads. There's fish there definitely. Ryan's still getting indications. Getting bloody hot. How more fishes? Where are you gone? Okay. I'm going to shallow this rig up again, just a little bit. amazing how it dries so quick. Amazing, isn't it? That's it now, I think. We're going to come off this quick. One pad, one last go, and then that will be it. Wind's getting up. Hope the camera don't blow over. Missed the bite then. Where the feeding goes to the pot. Only how you get little spells, catches the fish, then nothing. I just know if I go on the bottom, it'll be not right. Weird. Quick go here. This is where I've been throwing some maggots. Just in case. Oh, I don't know, it's weird. Very weird how it goes. Sort of think I were fish there because I was catching them there. Have one quick go down the edge. See if there's anything there yet. Oh, for God's sake. It plumbed up lovely earlier, now it's not sitting right, and I don't know why. It don't seem to me that they are catching a load of fish down this, to be honest. And I just don't want to waste too much time yet. I don't fancy. One quick go here. If we get any signs. That's a little sign then. One quick go in this little gap here because I've plumbed that up as well. Just to see. Right, I'm not wasting time yet on that. It's a bit too early, and I think I need a bit of the expanders quick. I'll use my different rig next time I go down the edge. I don't get anybody sacking up. I'm just gonna go back out. We're about to go on the deck, you know. I'm off you lot. I'll have one go just to see what happens. Round there a little bit more. I want it nice and heavy and I want it to go straight on the deck. I'm not messing about. Be overgunning it, to be honest, but I don't. After what happened yesterday, feeding a lot of bait, it worked. I'm starting to nick a few down that edge, so it's a good angler bait, and it's like especially a marker at the moment. I'll say I'm hitting him, but we only just going to move that up a little bit. I say drop down a bit deeper, but then the fish is getting aren't quite big things. As you're watching this, Kate, happy birthday. Sorry I'm fishing. Love you loads. There's fish there definitely, because I'm still getting indications. Getting bloody hot. Come on, fishies, where are you gone? Come back. I'm going to shallow this rig up again, just a little bit. It's amazing how it flies so quick. Amazing, isn't it? That's it now, I think. Have one quick go down the edge. See if there's anything there yet. Oh, for God's sake. It was that lovely earlier, now it's not sitting right, and I don't know why. It don't seem to me that they are catching a load of fish down this, to be honest. And I just don't want to waste too much time yet. So fancy. One quick go here. If we get any signs. There's a little sign then. One quick go in this little gap here because I've done that up as well. Just to see. Right, I'm not wasting time yet on that. It's a bit too early, and think I need. Want me to expand this quick. I'll use my different rig next time I go down the edge. I don't think everybody's sacking up. I'm just gonna go back out. Nowhere about to go on the deck, you know. No, I'm asking you lot. I'll have one go just to see what happens. Let's see, because you know, you could go out there and just, I could be sitting on the deck. I personally think that's going to be too deep, but and that's what's going to happen. I think he's going to catch them sort of fish. I think Cornwall did this one, so we're going to go back on our rig, that one there. Talking a bit quiet again now. Shame. It's good while it lasted. I don't mind if I just catch them, you know. Right, just a quick follow up from the Pole Masters Spring Lakes sponsored Spring Festival. Day one. Now I've drawn peg 4 on house. I was really happy with this as I drew peg 6 a few weeks ago and managed to win the match fishing meat short. Well, it was a completely different day. Wind was hacking, and I set out to fish the same way after what happened the week before. Short meat was the plan. Hopefully going to fish maggots a bit longer, but the wind was going to make that really difficult. Then obviously ground bait and maggot in the edges. Well, started off on meat short and just wasn't as good. Caught a few decent F1s. Probably should have plugged away a bit longer with it, but looking around, sort of holding my own, and so it kept me interested, catching a few. I fed ground bait in the edges. Left edge was better. Didn't really catch a lot in the edge, if I'm honest. Anyway, I kept plugging away. I knew I was beating guy to my left on 2, but I definitely was getting beat by peg 6, which I sort of expected. It's a better peg. And Phil Moore was on that, who knows what he's doing. Peg 8, didn't really see him catching a lot. And then Mickey Williams on peg 10. Knew he was catching a few in his edge, but again, couldn't really see exactly how much and what he was catching. So I carried on plugging away, but it just wasn't as anywhere near as good as it was the week before. Now, I then made a decision too late to switch to maggots. Once I started feeding maggots, sure, it was better. I should have done it earlier, basically. Started catching a few. I noticed Mickey had started catching, Phil had started catching on pegs 6. So I was always playing catch up, and he was catching some better fish in his edges on me. Now I've gone down to my edges, but it just didn't really happen. I think I've had four fish down there. I think it was definitely to do with the way the wind was hacking in there. I don't think they wanted to be right as where the wind was hitting the bank. So that was that really. Day 1 was still close. I've ended up with 85, I think it was. Peg 2, £80. Phil on 6 had 124. Then there was a 94 on peg 8. Then Mickey Williams won a section with by 2 ounces. So it was really close for those two. I felt I could have caught more than I did. I should have switched to maggots earlier and concentrated on that short line. I think I flipped around a little bit too much trying to catch fish in the edges when I didn't really want to be there. The other thing is the ground bait I used. Not the ground bait was wrong. I think it needed to mix it a bit heavier because of the wind. So that was a lesson learned for the second day, which I'll come to in a minute. So day 1, festival over, 4 points, but a fine line between getting 3 points. Don't think I was going to catch over 120 to get, I needed 130 to get first place. And looking back, maybe I could have done that had I switched to maggots earlier. Hindsight's a wonderful thing. Didn't feel I did anything wrong as such. It's more about getting the timings right, basically, and switching to something different at the right time. That's so important at a tunnel. And I was just a little bit behind on when I should have changed. Simple as that. Rigs and stuff were all fine. There was nothing wrong with that. I know that. It's just to do with feeding and when you're switching lines. So again, learnt a load, really enjoyed it. Still had a lovely day's fishing. Just frustrating that day 1 and you get 4 points, you've got no chance of winning the festival. So after that, it was really a case of looking to try and win your section both days. Anyway, that was day 1. Day 2. And I drew peg 25 on house, which is right in the corner. Lovely looking peg, but there's a lot of rubbish in that peg. I was talking to the guys afterwards and saying that they have to get in there at least once a week to clean all the rubbish out because everything just seems to blow in there. Again, after the day before, I mixed up a heavier ground bait because the edges are quite deep there. So I used a coarse carp, which was much better. Plan again was start on meat, but switch to maggots a lot earlier. And also feed maggots out my hand, which I was able to do, try and catch a few fish shallow. Well, make it quick on that front. Shallow didn't work. I caught 3 or 4 on it, but again, I switched the meat line after catching a few on it. I switched the meat line to catching to throwing maggots on that same line, the short line, which I should, again, felt I should have done that even earlier than I did. And I fed my edges. Peg 27 was catching the odd one in his edge. I couldn't get a bite in my edge. Tried both edges. Just struggled to, got the odd one, but it was nowhere near as good as 27. Anyway, so decided, well, I've got nothing to lose here. So I lorricked maggots in on my short line. And then with literally 3 hours in, 3.5 hours, I had £23 on my clicker. And then went over where I've been throwing maggots short, clunk, F1, clunk, F1, clunk, F1. I had a really good run here. Caught a couple short, shallow, but it's not very deep, that peg. So it was just better to get the bait down quick to the bottom, try and stop them coming up and catch them on the deck. That worked a treat. Now then noticed a swirl on my right edge, and well, I've been feeding that, kept feeding it with the coarse ground. Gone over it. Literally, this is half an hour to go. Clunk carp, clunk carp, clunk carp. Big F1. Then they seemed to go, fed it again, and I knew I was catching up with the other guys. And it was Ricky R.W. Folks. Ricky Williams, I can't remember his second name now. Anyway, R.W. Floats was on Peg 27, lovely guy, had a good chat with him, really nice guy. But anyway, he then caught one decent carp as well. His peg died, whereas mine got stronger, but he had another carp at the end. Anyway, come the way in, thought definitely caught a few, caught up a bit here. Anyway, really frustrating. I've had 74, 75. He's had 76 something. And there was another 76, 2. Gutted, put me third in the section. One more carp, another one that section. So that was very frustrating. And that goes to show how tight it is on these blinking matches, that, you know, difference between getting 3 points and 1 point is minuscule. And one more carp, literally £4 fish, I'd have won the section. £2 fish, I'd have won the section. So again, I felt I hadn't done anything wrong at all. Timing a little bit. I think if I'd have gone down the edge just 15 minutes earlier and caught one more carp, that would have been the difference. So, you know, it was, really enjoyed it. But again, learned a lot about timings. It definitely is a massive thing at Tunnel, getting your timings right of when you switch onto a different line. So obviously you can't see everybody in the section where our section was split. The couple of pegs in our section that we thought that were on I think it's the spit they call it, on the house, they were expecting them to beat us, and it didn't fish. So unexpected section win from 27. Although interestingly, Paul Holland drew that, noticed on the last day, and he emptied it. So could be the fish had decided to move in there that day, where we've done it completely different. I don't know how he fished it. It'd be interesting to find out. But yes, that was day 2. So going into the last day, I had nothing to lose but to try and win the match, basically. So day 3, new 26. Craig Meadows won the match. Won the section from the peg that I drew. He had 104 odd pound. But the next weight was a 49 pound. So I knew it was going to be hard. Again, after the last 2 days, I knew I had to just go for it. I wouldn't have said my peg was a peg that was capable of winning the match, but I thought I'd just got to try and win the lake. So I literally did start on meat short, but the plan was maggots, switch maggots to maggots quick as I could, if nothing happened on the meat, and prime those edges. Well, of course, it fished completely different as the day before. Everyone was struggling, but I kept throwing maggots, a lot of maggots, about 10 meters, and short line. Well, short line just didn't really work. But I noticed a couple of fish below the surface, just mooching around. So I've, after probably an hour and a half, gone out on my shallow, and I've caught, and a really good spell. I've caught 40 pound pretty quick, skimmers, some decent F1s. But I had a ripple, the sun was out, but then that weather just completely changed. Sun went in, clouded over, ripple went, couldn't get a bite. It just went. Now I thought maybe it was my feeding was a bit poor, but basically because I was trying to be clever with the wind. I should have fed less consistently, but more accurately. So what I mean is when the wind was blowing a bit naughty, I shouldn't have fed because it wasn't going where I wanted it to go. So that was a lesson learned, big lesson learned for me. And I kept plugging away, but I knew I was at that point. I think I was winning the section. Craig Partridge on my right, he hadn't caught a lot, but then he suddenly gone down his right edge, clunk carp. Now, peg 31, I couldn't really see. That's a nice peg. So again, what's happened here is my edge is just nothing's coming to the edge, literally till 15 minutes to go. And I saw a swell, gone down there, clunk, 2 big F1s. Well, I had to make a decision about 40 minutes in whether I should just stay on the, because where I was been throwing maggots, I'd go on the deck and I'd get the odd skimmer and roach and little stocky. Now, looking back, if I'd have just stayed catching those fish for the last 40 minutes, I'd have probably put enough fish in the net to win the section. End result was that I had 58. Craig had 62. The 31 had 61 pound. I could have done that by just plugging away, trying to catching these little skimmers and whatnot, and just putting them in the net. I would have definitely could have won the section. But because I see Craig catching a few carp, and I've caught a couple of big F1s down that right edge, I had to sit there. Only needed a 5 pound fish again, or a 6 pound fish, or 2-3 pound fish. That's all it was that would have won the section. So that's what, again, such a fine line it is between being right up there and being third in the section. So again, timing a little bit on that, and a little bit of luck, to be honest. I don't think I did anything wrong. Looking back at it, I've not really caught a lot short, caught a couple of fish, but it seemed to be either shallow or in the deep water, really. Wind, it was cold again, but the edges just didn't produce. And whereas the day before, I think a few came in a bit earlier. Craig was an MPEG, and I think that made a bit of difference for his fishing long to his right, and that's where he's caught. Sorry, no, he didn't catch long to his right. He ended up catching short to his right, but I think he had no one to his right, so gave him a bit more confidence to come in. And we all had a bit of room, to be fair, but for some reason they just didn't want to come in my edge. Don't think I did anything wrong on the feeding front. You can only put some ground bait in and some maggots and feed it and hope that they come in, and they didn't. So all in all, over the 3 days, first day was a letdown. Don't think I could have, the way it fished, don't think I could have done a lot different. Maybe gone on maggots earlier, but I still don't think I could have got better than 3 points the way it fished. Well done, Mikey Williams, on winning the festival. Brilliant, well done. 3 section wins. Unlucky Christian as well, and Craig as well. Craig ended up second, and he only got beat on weight by Mikey. So unlucky Craig. But well done again, second, brilliant. So that was that, really. That was the festival. Really enjoyed it, learnt a lot. It was just interesting looking around how other people were fishing it as well, and I feel like I'm not doing anything wrong now. It's just timings and probably feeding. I think that's it. So it's all about getting that dead right. Makes a massive difference. I think the best elastic throughout the week was 0 brought 8 to 10 and 10 to 12. I felt the Amacore that I was using was not quite right for the weather, the way it was fishing. Don't know why. It was just a little bit too soft, and you need to be feel a little bit more in control of those fish because of the wind. You need to know where they were going. But that was that. Again, rigs, hooks were all SLWG 16s and 18s to 012 or 014, depending if I was in the edge or not. Shallow rigs were nice and simple. Banded maggot to an 18 to 012. And that was it really. So little Ian Everett Dibbers for shallow, and my trusty old F1.3 and 0.4 F1 slims for fishing short and long on the deck. And it's a little inline Decker, I think it's called, which ended up being the best float I used down the edge. It just sat right. So that was that. All in all, thoroughly enjoyed it, learnt a lot, was knackered afterwards. I think 3 days, getting older now, 3 days non-stop fishing takes its toll. Anyway, I'm going to do a little vid. It's not brilliant because I've had, when you're fishing these festivals, it's very difficult to film yourself. You're concentrating on what you're doing, so having to get up to perhaps adjust something or change the power supply, it becomes more difficult just because you're concentrating so much. Whereas in an open, it's a little bit different. So apologies for the lack of content. I filmed a few bits and bobs. I sort of cobbled it together, as you're watching this and you'll see. So again, like I said, I will try and sort out some better content going forward now. So hopefully the sun's going to start coming out. Not been out loads recently since the festival. Basically work and got a couple of holidays coming up as well. Got to be done. Get a bit of sun. Weather's been pigging miserable again. It's got really cold again. It's a nightmare. But fish seem to be waking up a bit, so not out this week. What are we on today? 23rd. Working today in a minute. Off tomorrow, off Thursday, but I need to go to Quacks on Thursday, so I won't be fishing. I get out again, probably hopefully Monday or Tuesday next week. But got to work at the weekend. Living work gets in the way, eh? Anyway, hope I haven't bored you too much. Thanks for watching, and tight lines, and catch you all soon. Bye for now.